The day after Bart dies, we tell Tekka that we're all his dad now.
Yeah. The day after.
So you know where you're at now.
So what if it was 20 mil?
I think it's got to be north of 50 mil, I think.
Ooh, damn.
For 1 year? 50 mil.
I don't know how much ice cream you could buy that kid after.
Welcome to an episode of Careful Boys. We're going to get honest answers from Nick, starting with Nick.
Oh, man.
Always.
Yeah.
For $1 million, would you fake your death? 1 year minimum, you have to be dead.
I could be dead for a whole year.
Yeah, but Tiff has to know that you're dead.
Nobody knows. So, like, Tiff will think you died.
For Millie, she'd be okay with it.
She'll
She'll be okay with it.
It'll reverse the grieving that she went through for the year?
You can't see your dogs.
really?
You can't see your dogs
Yeah,
either.
A year I could do.
Every week we send you pictures of one of us consoling Tiff and looking at the camera.
All right, then I'd be like, all right, guys, I can't.
We're taking her to like dinners.
So we're the only one that knows?
Hey, keep Steve away from her, dude. That son of a bitch, I remember the prompt.
Smile to the camera.
I think I hear a ghost. Yeah, well, you would do it.
This is you.
By the way, she really likes Red Robin. I don't know what you were talking about.
If Steve did a bit with Tiff where he was like, I think I could hear him. I'm talking to him. And like you did that, that'd be f***ing hilarious.
Yeah.
Is there a pug? Is there a pug?
You should come give me a little kiss on the cheek.
Only this room.
He said it's okay.
He says he wants you to look good and move on.
He says you should date other people.
Only this room would know the truth. You would do it? You'd fake your own death for $1 million at the end of the year?
Yeah, I could do that. I could survive for a year. Dude.
I don't think you would do it.
What would you
No
do?
way.
Like, when you disappear, like, be so bored.
Probably go hang with my dad in Kentucky.
But no one allowed to know.
Yeah, but there's no one out there.
Do you think it'd be better if
I'd be safer out there than here.
if no one knew at all, or us five knew?
It'd be safer if no one knew at all, dude.
Yeah, who's got the biggest mouth in this room is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Because I think I would rather
nobody
have you
knew.
guys know.
Why?
Because you know when you're the only one holding the secret, like now you're on your own. So for example, like if Nick trusts that we're his boy, right? If the minute he dies, if there are any dudes on Tiff's jock, he can trust that we're probably gonna whoop his fucking ass. Because
Unless she comes at me hard.
we know Tiff is coming.
Steve's
we know
hunting, dude.
Nick is coming back in a year.
Yeah, dude, no way.
Right? We know he's coming back in a year. But
And with money.
and if we if we see someone steal one of
inflation,
his
though, who
pugs, we're gonna mysteriously break that fool's legs. He knows there's 5 other dudes that got his back in life.
True.
But without that, he's just on his own. He's just like, fuck, I hope everything turns out good when I come back.
That's true.
Okay, what if not this? You get the $1 million at the end of the road, but when you come back, you got to be like, yeah, I was sold into sex trafficking.
And you gotta keep that lie up for life.
Yeah, that's your story. Oh yeah, I was sex trafficked for a year. Yeah.
See, that would be really hard, I think. That would be
In
hard.
Albania.
They take up $900,000 away.
You gotta say that on the news.
Yeah.
And they're like, Nick, where have you been? I was in Romania for a really long
Albania, you already lost.
Damn, that's crazy.
I was sex trafficked, unfortunately. I was used as a tool, as a bag of flesh. That's what I
She's like, what did they do to you?
just mostly anal. I'll just say stuff like that.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh.
If you had the option at the day that you come back, if it's $1 million to just be honest, like it was a thing I did to get paid, but you get 10 million if you lie to Tiff, would you lie about where you were?
I don't think I could hold that up, dude.
You have to go with his story for 10 mil. The sex trafficked in Beirut.
I don't think I could pull that off.
And you have to tell everybody. Your mom has to know you were sex trafficked.
You can laugh when you say it. You just have to say it.
I was sex
She'll think it's trauma.
Yeah.
She'll think it's residual
It
trauma.
wasn't that bad. I'll say things like that. It was actually pretty cushy. And just talk like that.
For $15 million, you have to say you fell in love with one of your clients.
It's like, yeah, I had one guy mostly.
He was nice to me.
He was. Sometimes we wouldn't have sex. He just wanted to talk.
If you did
He just wanted me to ask about his day and just hang out.
if you did that, you could probably, that would explain why you have so much money now.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, babe, I got all kinds of bags for you.
I got trafficked at the highest level.
Yeah, he was a sheik. He was a I was
in the platinum tier. That's why we got all this money. I was in. Yeah.
We did indoor surfing and we did indoor snowboarding. It was fun. It was actually,
Indoor surfing.
it actually wasn't that bad.
That sounds dope.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
cool.
like, my friends got it way worse. I made a lot of good friends along this.
A lot of them didn't make it out.
Yeah, a lot of them didn't make it out.
They couldn't handle
Like,
this
tell me
shit.
about him. There was Giuseppe.
From the Czech Republic.
Yeah, he was an Italian in the Czech Republic. Love pasta. I just make things up.
How did Albania turn into Dubai?
Yeah, and I just turned into like a world building. You know, I just built a nice little world about how,
And then what if she's like, we gotta tell the police?
I'm like, we gotta do it. Come on. I'm like, that's a me thing. She'd believe that. She'd be like, yeah, I just gotta sort it out. I'll be okay. I'll say things like that.
It's like, this is an incredible story. You should write a book about it.
I'd rather not talk about how I got paid. You know, I'll say things like that. You know, and that'll stop.
No, because part of the 10 million is you have to write a book about how you were sex trafficked. And it's not that bad. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it was actually pretty.
And you actually wanted to dispel a lot of the BS about sex trafficking.
And my book could be like, how to make sex trafficking work for you. Fuck, that's so bad.
Like, it really gets such a bad rap, and that's just not true.
It's actually pretty chill.
How to survive and profit.
The top 10 myths of sex trafficking.
Would you
So I watched Tony Robbins in the morning, and I primed my brain before.
for a
Get
year?
shitted on.
Would you do it
For a million? No.
for 10 million?
For a year?
And Gio, Taika, they both think you're gone, like you died.
Yeah, I gotta deal with that pain.
It's not that bad.
Hey, but the pain goes away when you appear. It's a miracle.
If you tell yourself it's not that bad, it's not that bad.
We'll all take Geo bowling, dude.
Yeah.
I hate bowling.
Do you guys know?
Do you want us to know?
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, he said he wanted us to know.
And what are your guys' rules?
I would constantly remind Gio that you went out like a bitch.
We would egg it on the other way the whole time.
I'd be like, he begged for his life like a little.
To help her believe it's real, I would like.
It's actually better he's gone.
He has to take
I'll
you.
buy your gym equipment at a discount. You know?
No, we wouldn't meddle. We just know. We just know that you're coming back.
What if our wives were like, "Oh, really?" And then next week they're with someone, and it's like, "Man, I thought you would wait a little bit longer."
Wait a week?
I don't know, Taika's like,
It's kind of fucked up.
what the?
And then a year later, you come back, they already got a kid and shit. You're like, "What the fuck, dude?" They're like, "Well, you were dead."
You're like, but I got $1 million.
10 is 10.
No,
Oh, 10.
he's only gonna say he got a mill, so he keeps 9.
5. I'll say I got 5. I'll say I got 5.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think 10's enough.
Even 10's not enough. Yeah, that's too much for Taika, huh?
Yeah.
Too much on the kid. Fuck.
Yeah.
There's so much damage.
Yeah, but when you come back though on day one, like you're like Taika, and he's like scared of you, and he like runs over to us and he hugs us.
Exactly. That's why I don't know.
We're all your dad now.
I need to see.
We're all in his Vegas house together. Like, oh, Bart's back.
Yeah, I need to
Hey,
smell
bud.
more money.
A year already.
Is it April already?
The day after Bart dies, we tell Taika that we're all his dad now.
The day after.
We signed the papers.
Yeah.
So you know where you're dad now.
You got a field trip.
As your new fathers,
So, what if it was 20 mil?
I think it's got to be north of 50 mil. I think.
For 1 year? Damn.
50 mil for
I don't know how much ice cream you could buy that
I
kid
know.
after that trauma, dude.
And he's at the age where he'll forget.
Yeah, that's too hard.
I care about that. No, he's not. He's past it now.
Yeah.
He's past what?
Yeah, he's making core memories right now.
Like, he's 7 now, so he's like a legit person.
I tell you
I think
what.
it's 4 and under.
None of us remember when we were 8 years old. I'll say that right now.
I remember.
I don't remember exactly being 8, but I remember that zone.
Yeah. But that's what you got 7 and 9 for.
That's what I'm saying.
But if my old man passed away in the crazy way, I'd remember that.
But he comes back.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
And you
When I was 6, I was setting places on fire. My brain's different than your brain, dude.
We literally just said 8. My brain is different from yours.
No, we're friends. We're friends.
Good handshake deal.
You guys are both chopping plants with your hands.
That was junior high.
Their sense of time is no good though.
No good.
Like they won't know if it's a year or 1 month.
Dude, it's like the coming of Christ though.
Yeah.
Like death is one thing, but it's like there's a payoff, literally, and like his dad comes back.
Yeah, the death is a sad part, but you get happy because Bart's back, the money's there. It's like, what a good story.
Yeah.
But then you gotta 10x the pain. It's like the whole comments thing, right? You get 10 compliments, but then one bad comment ruins the whole thing.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm thinking maybe 50 million.
Yeah, but what if he's like real sad, right? And then like, because we know on the day you're coming back, we're like, Taika, I know you're real sad right now, but why don't you just like pray? Just pray. Maybe just like see if pray to bring your father back. And
Don't smile like that afterwards, though.
Oh yeah, don't smile.
And then Bart comes up.
What up, guys? Come join our Patreon because there's hundreds of videos dating all the way back to 2019.
That's right. If you click on the link down below, you can join our Patreon, join us on the Discord, come chat with us directly, have a fun conversation.
And this will help support the channel's growth and new ideas. And also tap into our closer community by joining our Discord and get the opportunity to suggest video ideas like the ones you've seen. Thank you guys. Join our Patreon. Help us out. Thanks.
See you guys there. Say hi to me.
And then he comes back and he finds faith
Let's
too.
let's say that you did. Let's say that the deal went through.
Like how it's all Taika. No one gives a fuck about Gio.
50 million.
Man, Gina's a grown-ass woman.
Yeah, she can figure it out.
Let's say the
Just
deal,
responsible for her own shit.
let's say the deal went through. You get the 50 mil. The year is running out. What you have to like reveal yourself in a way that will like make the most sense to Taika. How would it be?
You gotta tell him you got sex trafficked too. What the fuck? How come that's only mine? You gotta get sex trafficked too. You telling me this guy won't sell more than me?
Can I say it?
You gotta explain what sex trafficking is.
He was on a secret CIA mission in Albania.
Can I say it?
Why does he get the secret mission?
Explain it in a Disney way.
He gets
Yes.
more money and a secret mission.
Go ahead, Disney way.
What?
In a Disney way?
That you got sex trafficked in a Disney way?
I mean, he's 8 years old,
No,
but
you went on a cool secret mission.
How do you do that in a Disney way?
Nick got used and abused.
Oh, I could use the CIA. I could use the CIA story.
That's all you.
When we do Steve's turn, he gets used and abused too, right?
Yeah, you just come back in some like fatigues and be like, Daddy.
No, but the CIA mission was Bart was the sex pot.
Oh yeah. He was a honeypot.
He comes back with this shit on his eyes.
sex traffic.
He was a gay sex pot.
Low key though, it could be a great opportunity for you to come back as John Rambo, like your own version. Because he just saw Rambo, so he's like,
Oh yeah, that's
So
true.
Bart gets a fucking perm, and he comes back with a red bandana and shit.
and a fucking LMG on his arm. Sorry, Taika.
He might think I'm the coolest dad ever.
That's what I'm saying.
Or you're like, I was sex trafficked, but I was the alpha.
This is all cosplay. I was sex trafficked.
You
But
know?
Bart's like, I was sex trafficked, but I did the fucking.
Yeah, I
did
was
the
all
fuck.
fucking.
I was at the bottom.
Yeah.
My balls tight.
Your old man was the alpha for about a year. You know?
That would 10x it. You came back
dad was
like you were on a
fucking
special
dudes.
mission.
Making men out of men.
But if you're on a special mission, you're Rambo, you come back looking really cool, and you're his hero, then you only get 500,000.
Oh what?
what? A good deduction?
Nah, I'm not gonna do it then. No.
Can't be his hero. This guy has to write a book about being sex trafficked.
Yeah.
And dispelling the myth.
How it's not a big deal.
He has a $15 million offer.
Downplays it.
For $1 million. That was it.
It gets absolutely destroyed in media.
It's like, no, guys, it's cool. It's fine.
I was under the glass table when he pooped on it.
I don't mind getting destroyed in media. My main focus is just Taika.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. But I don't mind. I can tell a fucking crazy ass story in media. Yeah, I was fucking sucking dicks all day, whatever. But I got fucking.
I can tell a crazy story.
Hell yeah.
He's like, Google me, dog. Put some respect on my name. Now you're sucking dicks for 50 mil.
What would your big reveal be? That when you come back, when you come back, you got to come back in a cool way.
I thought it was the sex trafficking thing.
Yeah, but like, how would you like? You can't just appear. Like he's coming home with fatigues and a fucking LMG.
shit.
Like,
Are you coming back on the 210 or are you coming back on the 110?
He's got a big diaper on.
Sucking my thumb.
Wearing like a big leather fucking outfit.
Yeah.
Now you show up on a fucking raft with torn clothes.
I go Canadian tuxedo. I go jean jacket, jeans, blue.
Canadian tuxedo, cool. Yeah. So then that's just you're just at the door like Castaway.
Yeah, like flowers or
Ding
something.
dong.
Yeah. Hey, babe. I was sex trafficked.
Now you need to come back. You need to come back in crutches, dude.
She's like, why are you wearing a Canadian tuxedo?
And he's like, it keeps them away. It keeps them away from that.
I just found out this is the most unattractive outfit I could wear. And I tell her, I go, hey babe, I just want to let you know I was sex trafficked because tomorrow I go on this book tour. See you later. Love you. I'm alive. I'm back, baby.
Shit.
Yeah.
The fuck?
I had plenty of time to write my book.
How are you though? I'm like, how's
I like that he's doing his for 50 mil and you're just 1 mil.
Yeah, 1 mil. I was like, I didn't know I could ask for more.
You got trapped.
I got fucking.
And Bart gets to have a cool story. He comes back.
All he is a hero, but he's an author.
You're a
now.
hero in a way.
Yeah, Nick is an author.
I'll probably go through Penguin Publishing. I'll probably go through them.
They're great public.
Not Scholastic? Alright.
And then Penguin's like, we feel really uncomfortable publishing this. This is like a very like messed up thing.
And then I'll tell him like, I'll bring the eyes. I'll bring the views. That's what.
But you need to have a podcast tour too.
Yeah, I'm like,
If you go to Diary of CEO, talk about.
I'll go on JK with you guys. I'll tell you my story, my 5-part series.
What do you honestly think Tiff would say, like for real, if this really happened and you were at the door and she sees you? What do you think she would say when you tell her you got trafficked?
She'd probably snicker a little bit.
What?
You think for real? You think she'll laugh for real?
You got what? Nah, she wouldn't.
It's been a year.
She's like,
She would go, what would she do? Like, we need to get you a doctor's appointment
yeah, she'd probably take me to a therapist immediately.
before medical?
Actually, I don't know what she would do, actually.
I think she'll check your butthole.
Dude, the messed up thing is when you're in with a therapist, you're like, all right, I'm gonna tell you something, but you can't tell anybody, right?
You're not a mandated reporter, right?
Exactly. And then he's like, no, and you're like, all right, dude, yeah, me and my boys came up with this whole thing.
Yeah, we got a fundraiser. Yeah. We fundraised $10 million. One of it went to me, 9 of it went to Bart.
Anonymous.
And I tell everybody that I fucking died for a year. And I have to come up with this book tour.
You got to do so much more work. That's a lot of work.
But I think it's just my journey.
Yeah, it is your journey for $1 million.
Bart comes back a national hero.
Naturally, her $50 million.
Didn't happen though, dude. He didn't go on a book tour.
Didn't American Sniper like kind of tweak his numbers a little bit?
Yeah.
That was like the word, right? Like, because he called out Jesse Ventura, and then Jesse Ventura went back.
Jesse Ventura was like, nah, dude.
He's like, nah, you lied about me. What else did you lie about, kind of thing?
Yeah.
Pretty crazy story.
Because he said he had like a bunch of, what was like,
He said he had like something crazy amount of kills.
but it really wasn't that many.
That's what is alleged by.
And the time that he served was like off in the records or something.
Why would he lie? Because all that stuff's like written down.
I don't know, man.
But
Exaggerated
was it, like,
valor.
unconfirmed stuff.
Maybe it wasn't. It wasn't him. Maybe.
Oh, there's a lot of, because like you have a thing called the Surface Record Book, and everything that happens goes in there. So it's very easy to fact check.
Maybe like, they just didn't fact check out of respect for so long or something.
Or maybe the numbers are real.
Yeah, who knows?
There's no unconfirmed kill situation where you just like spray bullets and you don't know what happened because you're running
Can't
away.
just make an estimate.
You could, but
about
then
like
that's
5
not the
there.
numbers that you don't go like I guess his whole thing that he led with is like he was the guy with the most confirmed kills. Because no one really cares about unconfirmed kills, you know. So like with confirmed kills, usually there's like a witness. You have a higher up guy that can like vouch. Yeah, there was like however many people there.
Yeah, it says.
You have to write like a report.
It says
for
the
every kill
movie
that you have.
American Sniper took artistic liberties with the story of Chris Kyle, with only about 57% of the content being true.
How did they come up with that percentage?
Put it through ChatGPT.
That is specific.
The
57?
The
Did they
injury
fuck-
that he
damn.
got was more severe in the movie. Mustafa and the Butcher never existed.
What?
Well, a movie's a movie, but if it's his autobiography and he took liberties, that's weird.
Oh yeah.
But if it's a movie, it's already directed by someone else. It's you gotta.
He never
He wasn't
punched
wearing that jean
Jesse
jacket?
Ventura.
He wasn't trapped.
He said he punched Jesse Ventura.
Yeah, he says he punched Jesse Ventura because Jesse Ventura was talking crap about the SEALs. And Jesse's like, why would I talk about the SEALs?
Isn't he
He's
a SEAL?
Yeah.
That's funny to like write that in.
Of course. Why are you saying I would do that about the SEAls? I'm a SEAL.
The best war movie to me is fucking 13 Hours in Benghazi.
That one's so fun.
That one's like,
I never saw that one. I heard it's
I don't even care if it's fake or not.
Who's it again?
John Krasinski, dude. Jim from The Office.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. Yeah,
That was
yeah.
hard.
Yeah. Michael Bay? This is Michael Bay, right? With all the blue lights? Yeah.
Lone Survivor.
Lone Survivor.
Lone Survivor is so sad.
That's the one Mark Wahlberg. That was a
There
good one.
weren't enough explosions like in 13 Hours in Benghazi because it's Michael Bay, so you know they were.
Yeah. You guys remember that one where the movie was starring actual Navy SEALs and like it sucked ass?
Wasn't it called Navy SEALs?
Called something else.
Oh, it's the. I
But
know
those
what
guys
you're talking
can't act.
Police
though.
Academy?
Police are
Yeah, you can't
Major
have-
pain.
You
There's
can't
major
have non-actors making a movie.
I went to see it with a buddy of mine who's like getting all choked up and shit.
about. You're right.
And after the movie, he's like, "What'd you think?" And I was like, "I thought that was ass, dude." He had like fucking tears in his eyes and shit. I don't know how that possibly moved.
He was crying, but he
Is he
thought
a
it was
vet?
ass.
No, he just sells coffee.
No way.
Yeah, he's one of the Black Rifle guys.
Oh, he sells.
Oh, maybe he got
Yeah, he's a coffee man.
maybe he got sucked up by the story.
But he's not one of the vets who started it. He's like the other guy, so they don't really talk about him as much.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because he doesn't have the vet story. Yeah, he's just a tuber scum.
I think they just sold for $1 billion or something, right?
$1 billion?
I'm sorry.